Hello, boys and girls. It's time for our math lesson for today. We are going to be working on the break apart to subtract strategy for subtraction. You need to turn to page 236 in your workbook. If you need to pause the video, you can, and then join us again. All right, let's look at this first problem at the top of page 236. It says, think about 10 to find 13 minus 4. Place 13 counters in two 10 frames. So notice they have two 10 frames here, and they've placed 13 counters. 10 here, full 10 frame, and 3 more. It says subtract 3 to get to 10. So instead of taking away the full 4, they just took away 3 on this 10 frame, and then they took away 1 more on that 10 frame. So at first they took away 3 to make 10. So 13 minus 3 equals 10. And then they took away 1 more, because remember our problem was 13 minus 4. So they took away 1 more. So now they do 10 minus 1. What is 10 minus 1? That's right, 9. So our answer to the entire problem, 13 minus 4, is 9. Okay, let's go to one down here. Erase that. Okay, we're on number 1 at the bottom of page 236, so you can follow along as we go. Okay, it says, what is 15 minus 7? 15 minus 7. So notice they put 15 red counters on the 10 frames. Full 10 frame, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It says, think, what is the best way to break apart the 7? So here's the 7 in the problem, 15 minus 7. We're going to break it apart, and we're going to subtract 5 first. We're going to subtract 5, and then we're also going to subtract 2. Okay, so we're breaking apart that 7 into 5 and 2. So let's take away 5 first, because that'll leave 10. So I'm going to circle this first set of 5 and take it away. Okay, so if I'm going to fill in my number sentence, I'm going to put 15 minus 5, which equals 10. But remember, our problem is not 15 minus 5, it's 15 minus 7. So I've taken away 5, but I also need to take away 2 more. So over here, I'm going to circle 2 more red counters to take away. So I'm going to do 15 minus 5 minus 2. 15 minus 5 was 10, but I still need to take away those 2. So now I have 10 minus 2 equals 8. Very good, boys and girls. 15 minus 7 equals 8. Good work. Fill all of that in on number 1 on page 236. Okay, we're going to go to page 237 now. So turn to the next page, page 237. Okay, I'm going to take my eraser and erase. Thank you for being patient while I erase. And we can get started on the next problem. Okay, so now we're going to do 14 minus 6. 14 minus 6. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is think of how could we break apart 6 to make this easier? Well, notice there's 4 right here in this 10 frame, so I'm going to break apart 6 into 4 and 2. Okay, 14 minus 6. Notice I put 10 on the first 10 frame and 4 on the next 10 frame, so that's 14. I broke 6 apart into 4 and 2. So I'm going to take away the 4. And over here, I'm going to take away 2. Okay, so I started with 14. I took away 4 so that it would make 10. Okay, that left 10, so I moved that 10 over here, but I still need to take away 2 because my problem wasn't 14 minus 4, it was 14 minus 6. So I've already taken away 4. Now I need to take away the other 2 to make minus 6. So 10 minus 2 equals, that's right, 8. That also means that 14 minus 6 equals 8. It's just a different way to think about it. Go ahead and fill that in on your workbook page. Okay, I'm going to erase so that we can go down to the next problem. Okay, so now we have 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7. So notice on the 10 frames, I put 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we're going to take away 7. So what would be a good way to break apart this 7? Well, I want to take away as many as I can to equal 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's break 7 down into 6 and 1. So first I'm going to take away 6. So 16 minus 6 will give me 10. 16 minus 6 will give me 10. So now I have 10. But remember, my problem wasn't 16 minus 6. It was 16 minus 7. So I still need to take away one more counter over here. So 16 minus 6 minus 1, or 10 minus 1 equals, that's right, 9. So 16, the original problem, minus 7 equals 9. Very good. Make sure to fill that in, boys and girls, on your workbook page. Okay, turn to page 238, and we will continue using this strategy. Remember, we're breaking apart that number that we're subtracting so that it's easier to subtract from 10. We know all of the add-ins that equal 10, so this just makes it easier to do the math in our head. It's just another strategy for subtraction. Okay, here we go. It says there are 14 sheep in the herd, 5 sheep run away. How many sheep are left in the herd? Okay, so we know that our problem is going to be 14 sheep in the herd minus the 5 that run away, and we need to now figure out what is the answer. So I'm going to put 14 counters on my 10 frames. 10 on the first 10 frame, a full 10 frame, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I want to make 10 to make the subtraction easier, I could take away these 4. So I'm breaking this 5 into 4 and 1. Okay, so now that I've taken away 4, I have 10. So I move that over here. Here's my 10. But remember, I still need to take away one more because it wasn't 14 minus 4. it was 14 minus 5. So I'm going to take away one more counter. And that will leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 14 minus 5 equals 9. So how many sheep are left? 9. Go ahead and fill that in on your workbook page, boys and girls. Good work. Last problem. Thank you for being patient while I erase. And then we'll get started on our last problem today. Okay, it says, what subtraction sentence does the model show? Well, let's start and see what number we started with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right, it's a full 10 frame. So 10, 11, 12. So they started with 12. And let's see how many counters they took away. Well, they took away 2, but is that all they took away? No, they took away 1 over here too. So 1, 2, 3. So they took away 3. And how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 minus 3 equals 9 is what is modeled in this picture. So I would bubble in that right here. Okay? All right. Fill that in on your workbook page and you are finished with your math lesson for today. Good job, boys and girls.